You just gonna leave that thing sealed until it turns into something else?
I don't think it's like wine where it actually gets better with age.
No, it's not.
No,
Well, then again, it
because
can't
it's
get worse.
Corona.
No, actually, eventually, I'm just gonna go dump it on my compost pile. But
Make it disintegrate your compost pile.
well, actually, the everything in the beer helps accelerate the compost in cold weather. Hey, focus. Hey,
Like,
come on.
Focus.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was getting a drink.
Not you.
Oh,
Hi guys. Welcome
Yeah.
to Dice from Above, Arizona. What are we on? Lockdown?
Stay at home.
Stay at home
yeah,
order.
yeah. Stay at home, not a stay at shelter.
No, they're calling it a lockdown now.
Oh, really?
It's a essential lockdown. So you
Essential.
you can still go to places that, or non-essential lockdown. So you can still go to places like the
Grocery
the
shopping.
grocery store or the hardware store, things that are essential.
Yeah.
Like Todd's house, if you're him, or
Yeah.
that wants to go game apparently.
What?
Still trying to convince us to go to his place to go to game.
No. We're gonna be Zoom gaming for a little bit.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
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 Anyway,
Meow.
so who wants to start with intros today?
Well, everybody sees a different perspective here, so if you want, I'll go ahead and go.
Okay,
Hello,
princess.
okay. Now I can't go first because I'm not a princess. You can pull that one right at the start here. Fine, I'll do it. I'm like, no, fine then.
Hi everybody, I'm Josh. I'm playing Bob, a security specialist level 2. And meow. Let's see what I can start today.
Oh goodness.
Oh, there's a body standing in your door,
I see that.
and they're running across.
You've got some insidious shit going on in your house, man.
No kidding. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh wait, he doesn't have a door.
Alright, I'll go. Hey guys, I'm Snow. I'm playing Ryan Shaw. I'm a level 2 cop.
And I'm Mira Ray, playing a level 2 investigative reporter who is way in over her head.
And I'm Kevin. I'm playing Isabella McCoy, the CSI.
Nice. I'm Todd. I'm the GM, and I'm the one running this bag of cats.
AKA the devil.
Yes, aka the devil.
Not just the devil, the devil. It's all caps there.
Oh yeah, the. Oh, you added the to it.
Yes, I added the.
I'm bringing back the
I'm surprised there's not an exclamation point and it's not on fire.
Like I could put emojis in it, or I would. You know, the little horn smiley face. Yeah.
All right. So when we left off, you guys were flying back to the Dark Elven Kingdom.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. Because
You
we
guys-
saw nothing.
Yeah, some of you saw nothing. Some of you saw other things.
Some of us went on a long distance trip and didn't call home.
Okay. So as you are heading back towards the Dark Elven Kingdom, Josh, you've got land navigation. I need you to make a land navigation check.
Oh shit, we're already starting with that. Damn, we're coming right out the gates.
Oh yeah, 'cause you got the map.
43. I got 17 out of 43.
Nice. All right. So you realize you're following the map. You're heading the right direction. So you kind of lead the way slightly. Make me a PP check. What is your PP?
14.
Okay, roll a d20. You want under 14.
I got an 18.
Okay, I need a perception roll from the other three of you.
Oh god. I believe I can fly.
We'll just say I failed.
Roll a d20.
8.
5.
Meow.
So none of you realize as Bob is sitting there going, yeah, this is the right press the right. There goes the map.
Oh shit.
Shit.
None of you perceived it enough to try and grab it, so it's just gone.
Oh.
Hopefully,
We're screwed.
Bob figured he knows what direction they're going. Let's just hope that in another, hour or so, he could.
Can I try to swoop down to get it?
Well, that's why you made the PP check when it flew out. If you think you can make a horsemanship roll to bank and fly after it, by all
Uh-oh.
means,
Oh, let's try it.
give me a percentile dice roll.
Alrighty. 78.
Okay, so Bob tries to jolt the horse to the left and bank back for it, not realizing what he's doing. Instead of jolting to the left, he charges down. So while all of you are nice and safe up here about 1,500 feet, Bob's horse goes into a dive.
Oops.
If
That's
you
if we
want to
notice.
try and level out,
Yes.
do the three of you actually roll me perception just to see if you notice?
All right.
I mean, I can see how you wouldn't notice the map flying past you, but
I got
17.
a 13 that time. I might have seen
Okay.
it.
yeah, you all saw it.
3.
2/3 of you saw it. Isabel's like, it's so pretty right before dawn. Wow. You guys notice Bob has gone into a dive. Bob, roll me percentile dice to try and level off.
Okay. Come on, low number.
Pull up.
61.
Okay, well, you start to pull up. You dive down an additional 200 feet before your horse decides, I don't think this idiot knows what he's doing.
I should have known that a while ago.
He's
So
not
while most
wrong.
of you are at 1,500 feet. Bob is at like 900 feet.
Oh boy.
But he's still safe and sound. And yes, the map is gone.
Shit.
While you are, for the next 4 hours, everything seems to be okay. Bob, I need you to make me, what is your ME and your MA?
11 and 22.
That's 32. So roll a d20, get under 17.
You know what? Let's use a different one. No, we'll just use that one. All right. Come on. I got a 4.
All right. So the rest of you will notice that Bob kind of focuses. You actually starting to remember from what you remember of the map and the landmarks and whatnot you can see. Bob starts to angle and bank, and you guys start to follow him right back to where the Dark Elven City is.
Oh wait, that's the High Elven City. How do we get over here?
That would have been the opposite direction. Considering, you're lucky Bob didn't teleport.
No, not surprised.
Again.
I wonder what the Pegasus would do if he just teleports off of him. Then we could just follow the Pegasus back home.
Probably. All right, so you start. It's just now dawn as the sun is coming up. You guys are flying in to the city. I need all of you to make me. Well, let me rephrase. 3 of you need to make me 3 horsemanship rolls. Bob needs to make me 2.
Okay.
Percentile.
So that's
Percentile dice. If you don't
Yeah, okay.
actually have horsemanship, just roll percentile dice.
I got an 88 and a 72.
Not gonna face palm. Not gonna face. Thomas, what'd you get?
14, 93, and 61.
All right, so Mira, like the show off she is, starts gliding down nicely, and it looks really nice. What did you get on your first one, Snow?
13.
Okay. As Ryan Shaw keeps right on with her, and Isabel, what'd you get on your first one?
44.
Okay, you're a little rocky, but the 3 of you go down. Then all of a sudden, Mira decides to dive bomb down past Bob. What was your second one, Ryan?
33.
You go. I'm not doing anything that stupid. You glide down. What about you, Isabel?
78.
You not as bad as Mira, but you drop down kind of suddenly, like a plane just dropping like 6,000 feet. And Mira, what was your last one?
Not enough.
What was it?
61.
All right. Well, you managed to pull up just in time, okay, to kind of level off at about 100 feet. What was yours, Ryan?
78.
Okay. You pass Mira. I need you to make a second one because see if you hit Bob in the back of the head.
12.
No, you level off. So you and Mira are about 100 feet and slowly going down. Isabel, what was your third one?
30.
Oh, like a champ, you decide to show them all off and just glide down nicely, like you've been doing this your whole life. Meanwhile, like I said, you guys, Ryan almost hit Bob because Bob literally did another dive bomb straight down until he hit about 100 feet and the horse pulled up.
Totally expect what you land on, right?
As you guys see the main part of the city, the horses will literally just start to go on their own back towards the stables. All you have to do now is make your PP check to stay on while they land.
14. Oh, yes. I got a 7 out of 14.
Okay. Officer Shaw, what did you get? Okay. Mira, 4. Add Isabel.
See how many fingers I can have, like right there.
8
That's totally
out
how
of
many.
12.
Okay. So 3 of you managed to hold on as your horses glide down.
Meow.
Hold on.
Woo.
Oh, God.
I sleep in a drawer.
My butt hurts.
Thomas is disappearing.
No, just my water bottle.
Okay. So at 30 feet, as your horse was galloping down, Officer Shaw, you throw yourself off. The other 3 of you can make perception while I roll damage for Officer Shaw.
Medieval times, yo! Woo! Oh, fuck.
Okay, it's a good thing you're a hardy person because this normally might kill most people.
Tuck and roll.
7.
Tuck and roll.
Well, what did you get? What did you guys get for perception,
13.
Bob?
7.
6.
Hey, even with a 6 and a 7, you guys like, holy crap! And there goes Officer Shaw right off his thing. Bang, you land on the ground just outside the stables.
Do you do a superhero landing?
Do you want to try and do a superhero landing?
Okay, yeah, let's try and make this look cool. What do I need to roll?
PP.
Fuck.
Another nat 20.
10 out of 15.
All right. As you're falling, you realize you're gonna hit ground. The best way to try and land this is not with your legs straight. So you actually manage to bend your legs just enough, and you land. You take 21 points of damage, but you brush it off like, no, you're good.
I'm cool.
And your horse literally lands 10 feet away from you, kind of gives you this look like moron, and walks right into the stables. The rest of the other 3 of you, your horses land and just guide you into the stables. You can't believe it, but Officer Shaw is actually alive. You're not really sure how that happened, but
I'm not dead yet.
yeah.
Lots of practice. So apparently he usually just jumps off of tall buildings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm Superman, yo.
Master Lycus walks
What was that?
up and
100-foot
starts-
drop?
No, he fell from 30 feet.
Oh, that's not too hard.
Yeah, but it wasn't expected. I mean, 30-foot drop won't necessarily kill you, but it doesn't feel good either.
Yeah, it doesn't.
He's so tall that's practically just falling down.
It's like falling out of bed.
My God,
He's not that tall.
that's awful. No, I'm not you, Bob.
I'll give you my
Yeah.
gloves.
Your fruit
But-
basket.
Anyway,
Oh.
Master Lycus walks up, grabs the reins, pulls your horses in, and helps you all down. He looks at you. Did you find out anything interesting?
Yeah, they're coming this way. Lots of them.
Then you should go tell His Majesty. And he'll motion over for soldiers to escort you back directly to go talk to the king.
We're gonna die.
He learned it's cold up north.
It's really nice here, even though it's like, a little bit after dawn. It's really rather comfortable in this temperature, unlike where Bob was when he was like, "How the fuck did I get here?" Oh,
Apparently, he can only teleport out of line of sight to cold places.
Yes.
yeah, okay.
That's all. That's all that hating the Arizona heat kind of thing.
All right, so the soldiers escort you directly to the palace.
What's up?
The palace.
I'm just making sure I'm looking at my notes here. That's all.
Oh, okay. Just
I
making
just-
sure everything's okay.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
I worry
no.
about you and technology.
Well, no, but the screen didn't all of a sudden go white again. I'm like, what the hell? But no. No. So the soldiers escort you directly to the palace, and they seem to be marching at a fairly brisk pace. They will still walk in a protective formation, which means if you guys, like Officer Shaw, is a little sore, they will move you faster, no matter how sore your legs are.
Mahavalin.
Yeah, like yeah, you could really use some healing. Although you still have one of those gourds.
No, I didn't.
Oh, the healing gourd.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I got my headset on though, so I can still hear.
Okay.
Okay. Swear to God, if we all of a sudden hear peen sounds, like,
That's only when I'm gaming.
what do you think we're doing?
Video
Yeah,
games.
Right. All right. So they get you guys into the palace. And they escort you to the foyer, essentially, while you wait to talk to the king.
Did you wash your hands?
I blew my nose. I didn't pee.
All at the same time.
All at the same time. Ah! Sorry.
Wash your hands, blow your nose, and pee all at the same time.
That's impressive.
Hey, if you gotta push it out, you gotta push it out.
Let it
That's
go.
what they call multitasking.
See?
The only way you can honestly do that is if your snot is all of a sudden, antibacterial. So you're like for 20 seconds while you're peeing.
I've been trying. I've been snorting Purell, and so
All right.
that's where all the Purell went.
Explains so much.
All right. After about 20 minutes, one of the guards opens up the door and motions for you to walk in.
Make way.
For friends, Ali.
You
We've
start
got
singing that.
spices.
We're not singing.
Oh.
Anyway, they will walk you about halfway up, and you'll notice that the king is there with his wife, the queen, and that the king's sister, barefoot and in the sparkly blue dress,
Oh,
is
yes.
out there again,
Meow.
We're gonna die.
hanging out behind his throne. As you're brought up to the halfway point. The rest of the soldiers, the escort, bows and leaves. The king looks at you all as soon as the escort leaves. So, did you all learn anything?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
They're coming this way. Probably a day or two in time, whatever time that takes to get from there to here.
They
But
might take a little longer. They were mobilizing large animals.
oh, thank you.
Okay. And what type of animals?
Do you remember? I don't remember.
They had cages over their heads.
Oh yeah, those things. That was out of character. Sorry.
I was not very familiar with them, especially not being able to see their head.
They had cages over their heads. Okay. That could be a number of things.
They were large, four-legged. Helps if I turn my glasses upside right. There you go. That's the entire reason I made no rolls. My glasses were upside down.
Explains
The
so
entire
much.
round.
How? How are your glasses upside down? The bars only go one way.
What's that say? Blind Mira. That should explain everything.
Apparently. That's like saying I put my contacts on inside out.
Oh, that hurts, by
Ouch.
the way. Don't judge me.
Anyway,
I only judge you if you spent more than 1 or 2 attempts trying to do that.
so he's like, so you're saying they are heading this way, but you think they're mobilizing first?
Yes.
They were flooding out of the city as of yesterday, and they were also had those large animals. They themselves weren't in cages, but it seems like they were controlling them or by having their heads in cages. There were about.
How large would you say the force is?
Do you remember?
I didn't
Mira?
see it.
I mean, it was a pretty
I
large
didn't see it.
force.
Yeah, so the people that actually made their perception on the size of the force was Bob and Isabel. So
Isabel? You
if
remember?
you guys could
No.
guesstimate, but you guys didn't actually sit there and count.
No.
No.
Well, we did sit there and we tried to count.
Hundreds? Thousands? Possibly?
Millions.
About
Millions.
one bank, one ballpark.
I don't think you know what Bank One Ballpark is.
Hold on,
Oh.
hold on. The king makes his perception, looks at Mira. What is a ballpark?
It's
a coliseum.
Why would a bank have a coliseum?
because banks like to own things.
That's so true.
So, where you're from, your kingdoms don't own the banks?
No.
If only.
The banks own the kingdoms.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much at this point.
Hmm.
But don't worry, the kingdom will still pay the bank to bail it out.
The king looks really confused.
Don't worry, it confuses us too.
So, you really think they have a force of millions?
No, not millions.
No. Doubtful.
Thousands.
He looks at, well, but Mira said millions.
No, I
Or
said
no, I'm
ballpark.
sorry, Isabel said millions. So,
I was joking.
oh,
That's
okay.
not the place to joke in front of the king.
This is not the place to joke.
this guy does not have much of a sense of humor. He's got
No.
more. He's got more of one than his dad had, but still.
Oh my god.
So, you would say hundreds of thousands?
Ah,
They were emptying the city, so
yeah.
I'd say more tens of thousands, but there was multiple locations.
Did they empty the city of all of its soldiers, or just most of their soldiers?
There goes Dad.
At least he's wearing pants.
At least he's not standing behind Josh there doing helicopters. Or bending bending over and doing a camera fruit basket.
No.
Ah!
No, Todd.
You know, I got some Chinese finger traps around here.
No, Todd.
Oh yeah, where's mine?
Bullshit.
Where'd you go?
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
I'm just being dramatic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you switched it around.
Now my order's all mixed up. It's all wrong.
I know. There we go.
Let's go and play musical video.
All right.
All right. So the king looks like. So you'd say hundreds of thousands.
Isabella.
Probably.
You asked for aid to help get rid of these people.
Yes.
Do you wish to join the army in a fight on the battlefield, or would you prefer something more, let's say,
Sneaky
covert?
Ninja? Yeah, sneaky ninja.
Yes.
I
Covert.
think more covert has been all of our preferred methods.
Okay. I do have a mission if you think you could undertake it.
No, stop it. The king is not going to self-destruct.
If you think you're up for it, how would you feel about sneaking in and destroying the capital?
Yeah.
I'm fine with
That
that,
would be
especially
fun.
if the king is still in it. You've had far more interaction with the king. Do you think the king would still be safe back at home?
Well, the quote unquote emperor, last I heard, he travels with his army, but if they have no place to call home while they're attacking us, that would demoralize them.
Very true. I like your thinking.
I just need to know that you're willing to do this.
Oh, yeah.
We'd probably need a couple more troops.
I'd be a bit against it if it's full of women and children.
I'm not. He's like looking at you like,
Collateral damage?
if they wish to leave and not join their kingdom and their way of thinking, then they should leave. But this is war.
I'm fine with that. We pamphlet them right before, and then if we don't really have a bomb or
Pamphlets?
anything.
Are you some sort of priest?
No, but I make them myself.
No, we do not give them a chance to. If they wish to leave, they have before you go there and do the mission to leave.
That's fine.
We don't give them a chance
Yep, that works.
because as you say, there may be innocents there, but there are also the evil ones there that also will escape.
Maybe the people that are protesting and refuse to participate in this foolish war.
If they were protesting, then they would have left.
Dum dum. That says hi.
But if you think you're up for it, oh, who is that?
That's Dad.
Oh, if you think you're up for it, then I do have a mission that the four of you could undertake. Oh Lord, sorry,
What?
that was Google.
Again?
That was the Google.
Here we go with the.
No, I said if you wish to undertake this, and all of a sudden my little British Google went okay, and I'm like, uh-oh.
What did you just activate?
Crocky.
I have no idea.
The Google is listening to you all the time.
So
Yeah, I had to turn off my Google when I'm at work at home because I'm like,
I
no,
like
I don't
your
want it randomly talking.
I like your background, Thomas. Whose house did you steal that from?
Oh, it's imported.
Okay. Anyway, he's like, well, if you need time to think about it, we'll give you the day, but I will need your response by first thing tomorrow morning.
Shaw?
Yeah, I'm
What do
game.
Okay. Isabella?
Yeah.
Mira?
Game to do it? I mean, that's.
Yeah,
Eh?
I'm in.
It's
They're the
either
ones that.
no innocent should die from this.
From destroying their capital city?
No innocent.
I'll have to think on that. But
Well,
I will go continue with them regardless.
3 of us are in.
Hmm. So, do you wish to take the day to think about it?
Do you want to take the day, Mira?
Oh, I have a lot of prep work for the explosives
Okay.
that I need to do.
Yeah, give us. We'll let you know early in the morning, and that way we can kind of prep and get things on our end squared away.
Okay. All right. So he's like, agreed. He'll motion for his sister, the very attractive woman with no shoes. He's like, would you please take them somewhere safe so they can discuss privately? She gets this wry look on her face, this like really sneaky grin, and goes, sure.
Uh-oh.
She walks over to the lot of you. She's like, follow me, and just leads you out of the throne room.
I happily follow behind her.
Yep.
Looking down the entire time?
Uh-huh.
Singing do a ditty.
So
Diddy dumb, who'd you do?
she will lead you out of the main doors from the throne room, and she will take you right, and you will follow her good ways down before she makes another right and starts heading up a whole lot of stairs. You guys realize after a while you're probably went up about 30 flights of stairs before she walks up to a door and she kind of whispers something. You don't really understand what she says. And the door opens up.
Well, that's gonna kill Shaw.
Really wish we had an elevator.
Yeah. Shaw, give me a PE check.
PE
You bring good things to life.
16. So what do I get?
I've heard of walking off, but this is climbing off.
14 out of 16.
Okay, so
I
you're
got this.
sore, and your joints hurt, but you soldier through. But she leads you. She opens the door and she leads you to this really large study that is filled with books.
Watch out for Isabel.
You all get in there. She point out to chairs around the table. She's like, "Sit down, relax. I'll have food and drink brought to you." She points to a door to the right. She's like, "That door is in case you have to do your stuff."
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
And then she looks at you, whatever your parts do. Anyway, so stay here. You can read and discuss. This place is protected, and very few people know how to get in here. And then she smiles and kind of skips out and closes the door.
Does the door disappear?
No, it
Okay.
didn't disappear or reappear. But she didn't use a key. She kind of whispered something to the door, and that's what unlocked it.
She's a door whisperer.
That's kind of hot.
The chairs and tables are fairly comfortable. And like I said, within like 15, 20 minutes, food and drink will be brought to you. You realize that what she was talking about, the door to the right, is the privy.
Okay, okay.
But,
All your bits and pieces do?
yes, you're lucky she was that polite.
Things and stuff.
Stuff and things.
There's a good chance she could have just poked holes on you and went, just move your hand when you need to let stuff go.
Yes.
So you are, like I said, within like 15, 20 minutes, food and drink we brought to you, but this is a safe place for you guys to discuss what it is you want to discuss or how you're going to proceed.
Okay. How we doing this, Bob? This is your campaign.
This ain't my campaign.
You're the one that's like death to the humies.
That was Carm.
I mean, how do you know
Uh-huh.
one of them isn't your ancestor? I mean, since apparently this is our past.
I thought this was just a parallel world.
It's a bit of both.
Hmm.
So this is Back to the Future 3.
Correct. We need a train though.
Let's get down to business.
All right. So you can you can make some explosives, right, Mira?
I'm not nearly in the quantity needed to destroy a city. I mean, I don't have a fuel air bomb.
Well, yeah, we don't need a tactical nuke. I mean, all we need to do is proper areas. Isabella, wake up!
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Well, if we got a map of this, if we got a map of the capital city, we can plan out where best to put these things.
Well, honestly, they probably have explosive magic that'll do it just as fine. We don't need to waste our time making actual explosives. The black powder I was working on making was specifically for making guns.
What about that?
mean,
What about that
For
bullet?
making more ammunition.
Yes.
What
for
about
the
that?
guns.
What about that bullet that you have?
The one bullet.
Yeah, the one bullet I have. Well, so you're saying I should have just given him a full clip?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Here's what you can do. You can hide. You can put the bullet in the gun, and you can hide the gun in unspeakable places. And then you like make your way to Emperor Palpatine, and then you use your boobage to get super close to him, and then kapang right in the dick.
Dang. Right. Dang.
Am I wrong?
I mean, no. But
From what I
dang.
understand, I think Arcanus said I just need to hit near him.
Oh. Okay. So Big Bang, maybe. So maybe we could
So
take
He
out a
did tell me
tower
to
with
cause an
it.
explosion.
Question is, how big?
I don't know.
Known Arcanus. It could be.
Guys asking how big is big enough.
Knowing Arcanus, it could be a tactical nuke.
Yeah, it could take out the city.
The question is, can you fire it far enough away so you can get away?
Do we have? Oh, you know what? We should send a pigeon to Arcanus and see if we can get some more of those bullets.
Ooh.
We'd have to give him the bullets in the first place.
He's the one that made it.
Yes, but he took an existing bullet and modified it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have a bigger boom if you use some of the higher caliber bullets, but I don't know if that's how the magic works around here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can't we just like Wingardium Leviosa someone?
Well, I could do that too.
What
I
does
got
causing
that in my
someone to
bag.
levitate have to do with anything?
Accio kaboom!
Okay. So, like I said, while you guys are discussing this, remember the discussion is to see if you're going to be okay with doing this, or do you want to just fight on the front lines?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
hell no,
right.
I'm not fighting on the front lines.
Yeah, but you could be a ninja.
Yes.
That's most of our jobs is being sneak and peek, and you're a reporter. You're good at getting into cracks and crevices.
I'm more listening from a distance and then
Okay,
and I could do some social stuff, but
Okay, you'll be our getaway. How about that? If you do this with us, you'll be our getaway. So you stay in the woods, you do nothing except for keep that one bullet in the chamber.
While you guys are talking, I need all of you to make me a perception roll.
Okay.
18.
Nat 20.
Nice.
11.
Okay. Mira,
One moment.
Un momento, por favor.
how long does it take to roll a die?
I'll be right back.
It's a digital die.
Okay, 10.
Did you actually roll a die, or are you doing it digitally?
Yeah,
Oh, I can see it on your glasses, Thomas.
Get out a die, not be lazy, and roll.
not lazy. I can't find my dice.
Did you
I
not
have
put
two
Tata?
percentile that went missing, and I found them, but I don't have a d20.
Okay, so
I am quite worried that maybe left at your house somewhere.
okay,
It's quarantined.
Don't convert my dice, Todd.
Well, you know, this is a good time to wash your dice.
Ooh, not a bad idea.
I could cleanse your dice for you.
No,
I've
no, not
got these-
cleanse. Actually wash.
Well,
We
I
can-
wash them first before you cleanse. You always wash before cleansing.
You can make them holy dice.
Technically,
Oh,
yeah.
Holy diver.
Well, then what are you gonna do for your unholy characters that use those dice?
No, not yours.
Yours just went more unfocused, Josh.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
I was saying I could do that for your dice if they're here. I keep my dice clean.
I have a belly button.
With the blood of my players.
Sometimes literally.
Sometimes. Anyway, so what you'll all notice as you're talking is, since you're still able to read Elven currently, you'll realize a lot of the books in here have to do with magic.
Ooh.
But we didn't get any runes or anything like that on that bullet. It's just this bullet's special.
Oh yeah, Arcanus isn't. He isn't that crass. Well, he is, but he's not going to be that blatant about it either. Sometimes, like, you want to be subtle. Yeah, don't lose this. Make sure you're a good ways away.
Bada boom.
About 3 football fields.
What's a football field?
It's a ball full of footballs, or a field full of footballs.
I'd say it's more like 5 football fields away.
Oh. So high in the air then, because I'm shooting anything that close.
Big badaboom.
Big. Shoot the
Yeah, yeah.
tower.
But yeah, like I said, after they bring you your food and drink, like I said, you'll realize a lot of the books in here have to do with magic. Some are more about like the history of magic and things like that, but you're pretty sure there's a few spell books in here. Something okay? Something wrong, Joe?
I almost lost one of my percentile dice down the back of my couch, and I'm just like, fuck.
Well, don't worry. Your percentile dice aren't your perception, so you can still roll perception to find your percentile dice.
That's true. He's not lying.
He's not wrong.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna do a gaming lore. But I did a 22, and I'm gonna look for books on enchanting shit.
Okay. You'll find 2 different books. It'll take you a little while because they're kind of mixed in. Since you don't understand whose library this is, you don't understand the mind of it, so it's not like they're put together in sections. You will find a book on enchantments,
Okay.
and then you will find a book on what are referred to as deeper enchantments.
Okay. I'll go with the second one.
Okay. The book, when you're reading the intro, which is about 15 pages,
Damn.
explains on how to. This book is basically a guideline of how not only to enchant items, but how to put enchantments on people. And there are ways to do it because most enchantments are a short period of time. These enchantments are meant to be done for longer periods of time, days, weeks, months, years, permanently.
All right.
There's even a spell in here that's literally called Enchanting the Mind.
I'm gonna read that.
Oh boy.
This is this actually is a spell. From what you gather, the spell is actually meant to make a specific person believe either a single truth or a series of facts. It all depends on how it's. So you could make someone believe that somebody else is dead, or you could make them believe that all Wolfen are evil.
Ooh, interesting.
Something, so it depends on what you're doing. But a lot of the stuff that is required to do it is like you need some of their blood, another part of their body. And then there's some things in here that you're not really sure how you'd get, like an angel feather. And,
I know a guy out of character.
right. Also requires like 5 drops of high Fey blood.
Nah.
Yeah, there are some interesting
How high
things.
do they have to be?
Colorado.
Oh, damn.
Not high as in intoxicated, high as in highborn. So things like dryads or specific nature spirits.
Godlike
including-
mimic fairies.
No, mimic fairies are considered normal fae. They're not highborn fae. But things like dryads or water nymphs are considered highborn fae. So are I can't remember the giant deer. Remember they show you one in Snow White, that giant friggin'
Oh, yeah.
yeah. It actually has a specific name, and I don't have the book right in front of me, but
Yeah.
Okay.
but they have it in Palladium, but they're considered a high fae because they are highly intelligent and they're connected to all the forests, blah blah blah. So yeah, that's what they mean by a high fae.
Okay.
So yeah, some of these enchantments that you're reading about as you're kind of flipping through, you're not so sure. I mean, some of these are a little messed up. Are we okay?
I don't know. I don't get what they're laughing about.
Give me a second. I'm sorry.
What is so funny, Snow?
I'm sorry. I'll shut up now.
What's so funny?
I sent Snow a text. Kevin was like sleep eating over there, and I was like, wait. I sent Snow a text. I was like, Kevin kind of looks like a sleeping fish right now. I'm sorry. Irrelevant.
Anyway, so some of the enchantment spells are, you'll see that one that also seems kind of interesting, especially if you ever go back and become a cop again. There's enchantments on how to enchant weapons to do more damage to specific types of people.
That's what I want.
You're like, I could enchant my gun to do more damage to gangbangers.
Yes. That's what I want. I want to read on that section.
I thought you were supposed to go non-lethal, not lethal.
Oh, shit.
Dragon.
Well, no, he
I
said
have
against the
seen-
gangbangers.
No, he said.
Ah.
I didn't say.
Okay.
Dragons.
Okay.
So there's more than one now?
Yeah, so it explains that in order to do it, I mean, again, the ritual looks really complicated. Again, you
Okay.
need, and it gets very specific. So if you wanted your gun to do, say, more damage to fire dragons, you would need parts of fire dragons, and yeah,
Lots of ice.
no.
Is it a Song of Fire and Ice?
Anyway, but that's, you'll notice that Shaw kind of gets wrapped up in reading this book. Do any of the rest of you decide to read through any of the books, or you guys just keep trying to convince Mira that this is the right thing to do?
I'm just trying to convince Mira.
This is
Okay.
the way.
I'm not going to need too much more convincing because I am supposed to be the somewhat evil character. I keep on forgetting I'm supposed to be evil here.
Oh, that's right. You are the evil.
Oh,
character.
So
yeah.
you're
Well,
aberrant
then.
now. You have a code of honor.
Yeah,
Ish.
yeah. Ish,
Ish.
adjacent, kinda, sorta.
Okay. So, how do you convince her, Bob, or Isabel, or both?
Yeah, Isabel, I need your help.
Girl power.
Have the vagina
Girl power.
talk.
That's not nice. No scissoring allowed.
Dude. No, Todd.
He's the one that said vagina to vagina talk.
No, that was me.
No.
Yeah, that's what Bob said. I said it's the vagina monologues.
Tilk watching the vagina monologues was hilarious.
Yes,
I
it
still
was.
don't know if it's better than this.
No. No. No, Todd. That's
Me.
awful.
Aw.
No.
That's a
No
lot of
talking.
crap that just happened there, Todd.
No talking, no scissoring, no. This is a clean game.
Since when?
Ish. I mean, that's pretty gray area.
Adjacent.
Clean.
It hasn't been clean since the 90s.
Dang.
99.
Ish.
Still the 90s.
Shut up, Todd.
Just think that was what? How many years ago?
would be
20?
21.
21.
No. No. I'm not that old.
So what you're saying is all the people that started back then are now drinking age.
Yes.
And probably drinking quarantinis right now.
Quarantinis.
Yes.
What is a quarantini?
You haven't seen? I'll have to send it to
No.
the group.
I haven't seen it either. Anyway, so
I just
Isabel,
made
how
it
are you going to
up. I haven't
convince?
seen it.
How do you convince Mira that this is the right thing to do?
I'm
Shaw.
gonna, go up to her and be like, look, we got to get this done. And then I'm gonna
Have
say,
you not
how
seen
do I
Butterfly
convince?
Effect?
I'm sorry, what?
Have you not seen Butterfly Effect?
Butterfly
The
effect.
butterfly effect. It's been so long, I don't remember it.
Did you not hear Bob over there? He said that we are now back in time.
Okay.
So if we go step on a butterfly, we're going to be run by monkeys later.
That's
I
just
think
a
we're way
theory.
past that already.
Yeah, we are well beyond changing things.
Yeah.
Well, apparently we're here to change things, but do you think that slaughtering the largest human kingdom in the world is going to be productive for humanity later?
Yes.
Well, apparently my people still are like off on their own, and they'll be fine. Y'all can go kill your ancestors.
Who knows? Maybe we're supposed to kill these humans so that way another group of humans rises to take the power.
Or maybe that way all these other races can be in modern day with us and magic comes back to us.
I saw that movie. Yeah, that's there's a lot of craziness in that one.
Yeah.
It was the one with Will Smith where he was paired with that orc, I think it was.
What?
You didn't see it? It came out like last year, where Will Smith was partnered with the orc.
Oh yeah, Bright.
And the witch needed to get the wand, and they were like making the giant tree in the middle of the city, and they were gonna kill everybody.
And wands
We
and
already
yeah.
have enough problems with North Korea having nuclear bombs. What do you think would happen if they had a nuclear wand?
Well, maybe it's a dark elf.
Voldemort? How?
What? Is your phone going off?
Something. that my phone?
Yeah, because we're messaging each other.
Okay, that's what it was.
Somebody didn't mute their phone, and it wasn't me.
Oh my god.
Well, it sounded well. The thing is, it sounded because my phone is way over here. It sounded like it was coming out of the Google thing. So I was like, "What the?" But no, it's anyway
He said the
So-
Google.
the Google machine.
So yes, maybe we are supposed to take out these humans so other humans can come up, or so that these races can be with us in modern times and we can have magic again.
Again,
Yes.
that's still assuming that what Bob has said is true. But
Well, you can always talk to Carm yourself.
Yeah, you could try to talk to Carm.
yeah, did you? That's how I got field coal over there. Coalfield.
Do it.
Remember, that's how we all had weird stuff happen to us.
Yes.
Yeah, Coalfield, who has not done anything ever since he came into existence. So, imagine if everybody had just accidentally started doing stuff like that. It'd cause a lot of chaos. But on the other hand, maybe some regulations might have happened by the modern day by then. It's kind of hard to tell.
Just saying. Maybe this is what we need to do.
I'm up for it. You know what? Roll your good and evil dice and go from there.
Fine,
Yes,
fine.
that-
Let me go get my put
That
my
was
dice
in
bag
character,
over there.
by the way.
I know. That's what I said. Let me go get my dice and go put them over there. Oh look, my good dice got a nat 1. Oh, my evil dice got a 5.
Excellent.
Yes.
So you're on board.
Excellent.
Apparently,
Awesome.
All right.
killing only the women and children is now the appropriate means of war.
Okay. Perfect. Sounds good.
Whatever works.
Let's ninja him. Go ninja,
So-
go ninja, go.
So after
You're
you
done.
after you guys have convinced her, one of the servants comes in to get your plates and food and whatnot, and asks, "Have you made up your mind, or do you require more time?"
We've made up our mind.
Okay.
I still need to.
What do you need? What?
I still need to make my gunpowder.
The servant's like, "The king will come up and see you shortly."
Okay.
Servant takes your stuff, and about 10 minutes later, the king arrives. He's by himself.
I bow.
He nods, and he's like, "So, I've been told you've decided to do this."
Yes.
Yes.
He looks directly at Mira. "You're the one that had reservations about innocent people."
I realize that in the end, no one's really innocent because they allowed such a dictator to become part and then rule. So just overthrowing them would bring them more to in line with hiring somebody of the same beliefs. Like World War One,
He looks
and
at
then
you
happened
again.
World War Two.
He looks at you again. World War One?
Oh, that was a really, really bad war. It happened a long time ago.
For us.
Ah, where you're from.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Our great grandparents are those that survived are now dying off.
So, this is, and he'll lay out a map. He'll lay out a map on the table, and then he'll take out another piece of paper and lay it out, and it looks like a schematic. He's like, "What you're going to do is sneak into the center of the city. And if you look at the schematic, it looks like a drawing of what looks to be a rather large gem." It's like, "You're going to sneak into the center of the city. You're going to place this gem in the center. And then you're going to use," and he'll show you. It looks kind of like a wand, sort of. It's actually more like a rod. It's not as thin as a wand, but the rod is about, say, 2.5 feet long, but one end of it is barbed and it's like filled with like looks like metallic thorns, black metallic thorns. He's like, you'll take this rod, you'll shatter the gem, and so that you are not affected, the four of you will use a scroll and teleport back. That's all I need you to do.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Do you have a practice scroll?
A practice scroll?
Well, any other scrolls I could try with. I've not had the best of luck reading scrolls. The dialect I'm not quite accustomed to, especially of this area.
Would you prefer to use a ring?
That may be more reliable.
Okay, we will give you a ring that will teleport you and yours back.
Okay.
And this way, once you break the gem, if you truly believe there are any innocents there, they'll have a chance to get away.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
I like it.
Okay. So we need to wait for them to get past the halfway point when they're halfway here so that their army can't turn around and return within a day.
Okay.
You said they were gathering troops and marching. They
From
were-
multiple outposts and cities.
So they're marching. It'll take them at least a week, most likely a week and a half to get to our northern border. So, what do you need any equipment to make sure that you achieve this?
I if we can achieve this, can I get some of that awesome armor you guys have?
I was thinking the same thing.
Do you know how to wear plate armor?
Not yet.
I've been to medieval times.
There's a special way to wear it.
Again, and he looks at you like, What?
He watched people do jousts and do sword fighting.
oh, so you've been to an arena.
Yes.
Yeah, actually.
Bank
Well,
One
watching
ballpark.
An arena is not the same as learning how to wear armor.
I mean, if could you teach us
you-
to football?
Teach
What?
you to-
Can you teach us how to wear the armor?
This poor
Like-
king.
He's like, I'll put you in charge. He's like, I'll put you with my trainer.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so
Excellent.
much.
Although, what was that armor that the ladies were wearing that where they were blinking around? What were they doing? Because that seemed more stealthy.
Well, they depends which ladies you're returning. If you're referring to the witches, they use teleportation and natural gifts to move around. If you're referring to the life takers, that's a whole nother thing.
So those are the witches that you are definitely not, Ryan. Remember the barbarians? They thought that you were a witch.
Oh yeah. That sucked.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't get completely bisected by that.
Oh yeah. Got a nasty scar and I left my shirt up a smidgen.
You dealt with barbarians.
Yeah.
While we were resting the night, apparently they were quite stealthy and snuck up on Shaw and and Bob.
Ah.
Okay. Well, then I guess you need training in how to be stealthy as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good, pretty good at blending in, but that's more blending in social situations. I think urban camouflage might help out quite a bit, although it seems that most of the colors here are as well the normal grays and browns. Not too many greens in the cities around here.
Well, it depends on which city. there are greens on the outside of the city, and there are some greens on the inside of the city. But
Well, this city, yes, 'cause
Kevin.
it looks far more beautiful. Welcome back,
wake up,
sunshine.
man. He's asking
Some of
if
us
you
have
got.
been up since 2:30.
Oh,
4 a.m. here. But then again, I took a nap after work.
Why were you
fair.
up so early?
Because I couldn't sleep last night.
Okay. Well, if he's asking if you want it, he's offering to get you guys some sort of training in wearing plate, and as well as learning how to be stealthy.
I would love that.
Yes.
Okay.
Any
You-
additional training would be advisable.
Okay. What would you like to be trained in?
Right,
Seeing as how we have
is he
like a
asking Shaw
day.
or
He's asking all of you.
For me, stealth, because I've got camouflage. For me, like stealth and armor and possibly dual, not necessarily dual wield, but like dagger in one and short sword in the other.
Hmm.
That's dual wielding.
Okay, or a bow or something like that. For
You
me,
can also use
There's a big difference between dual wielding and a bow.
whatever works best for you.
Well, that's why he's asking. Is there anything you guys? Because it's gonna be about a week to a week and a half. So
Okay, I'll do the dual wielding.
okay.
Um,
Isabel, is there something you want to be trained in, or do you just want to, like the rest of them, learn how to wear plate mail?
Learn how to wear plate mail.
Anything else?
Do any of your people know have mind powers? Psionics.
Yes, we have plenty of psionists here.
I could use some help.
Okay. Anything else?
I was particular. I'm working on making some ammunition for our explosive crossbows. I have the raw materials, but it's going to take a fair amount of time to properly grind them up and process them. Is there another way I can fully assemble those magically?
You could talk to the alchemist.
Okay. Just let me know where he's at, and I'll go meet up with him. But I don't see myself running around at full plate mail. That sounds burdensome.
We also have leather, chain.
I've had a lot of
Yeah,
practice with
baby.
leather and chain, but that's complete. That's a non-combat situation.
Okay. All right.
Explains so much.
Yeah, it does. Anyway, does anybody else
You
want
guys
to be?
are awful.
Anybody want to be trained in anything else?
Oh, one last thing. I know I'm asking a lot. I need to work on my teleport ability.
So you're a mage.
Sure.
No, you're not a mage. You just have an ability.
Oh, I have an ability. That's right. Thank you, Mira.
Because remember, his sister asked that question, and she told you you're not a mage.
I do know someone that could help you get that more or less under control.
Okay.
Anybody else?
I know I made one of the Sonic Spirit Blades, but I need to get our gunpowder our explosive crossbows under control. And if we can get those silent or make them so they don't explode and make loud noises when we use them, it'd be a lot better than using swords and shields and whatnot.
What's the fun in that? I like the kaboom.
Bada
Yes,
boom.
but you need to be quiet when you're
Bada boom.
infiltrating a place.
Well, he's not wrong. She.
And we
is not
didn't
wrong.
bring silencers.
Stab.
It's like knives are probably some of the most quiet, or some of the quietest weapons.
Yeah.
You could be a ninja with a knife.
Right.
Focus.
He's not wrong.
Abracafocus.
Yeah, my camera doesn't want to focus now.
Give us a Adderall.
Oh, that worked. I gave it some Adderall. Nope.
Okay.
It's like fish
So-
food.
All right.
Just not the liquid kind.
So after so once you guys have agreed to that, he'll have the escorts bring you back down to the Lily, and then he's like, your escorts will tell you you'll get your first bout of training first thing in the morning. So you've got about half the day to eat and rest up.
Okay.
For those of you that are still wounded and sore.
I will be sipping the gourd.
Okay.
It's like a fine wine.
Yes. Oh boy.
You guys get to go through training.
Since
Yay!
you have the day, I'm gonna go ahead and go and speak to the alchemist.
If I get some of that armor, I'm happy.
Training montage.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
suckers.
well, yeah. First, before you meet with the alchemist, you're gonna train. You're gonna learn to train first, because
Oh, I thought the training was tomorrow, and so I just was gonna go see the alchemist
Right.
today.
no, you're not seeing the alchemist until later.
Oh, well, fine then.
He has
It's
to
like
actually
school.
talk to the alchemist and explain a few things.
Oh, what, a human just showing up at a dark elf alchemist and going, hey, I need to combine these things with a fine powder at this percentile rate and put them in these metal casings, and then as well. So,
Oh yeah, by the way, don't eat them.
oh yeah, don't eat them and don't hit them with a hammer.
Oh, there's your little chihuahua, or your
Yes.
or whatever it is, half chihuahua, half something else.
She's a chiweenie.
Chiweenie. Wait,
Chiweenie.
that's what, a chihuahua and a dachshund?
Oh, stop.
Okay.
Yeah. She doesn't want me to pick her up. She's like, no. Yeah.
My Luna doesn't like getting picked up either. But
Your
she's
dog's
70,
like 85 pounds.
she's 75.
God. No, the only person she lets pick her up are Joshua and Sammy.
Yeah.
That's it. And she just completely goes belly up for them. It's just like, oh, girl, come on.
Going belly up makes it harder to pick them up. I mean, they're standing on their four legs. You can just go ahead and heave them up.
No. No, she assumes the position so you can pick her up. And then once they pick her up, she flops over in their arms like a baby.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, if they put their legs up, I'm like, what do you want to do? Hog tie you?
God, that would be hilarious.
Time I'm start spinning them around.
No!
Okay, so you guys will get a chance to eat and rest up, and that way you'll all be at 100%. And the following morning, you guys are going to start your training.
Oh boy.
Excellent.
For those of you that don't want training in plate, if you want training in a different type of armor, it's all going to be together, but you won't have to wear plate.
Well, the plate that they show us, is it actually really maneuverable and light and quiet?
So it doesn't
Is it
start
the
off,
really fancy, expensive stuff?
eventually, yes, but the thing is, it's an enchantment that makes it quiet. But learning to wear plate, first you have to wear the padding underneath, and then you wear the.
I've never worn padding before.
Again, that's the whole point. Like I said, you have to learn
You
to
never
wear
patted
plate.
your bra.
No, never.
You want to borrow my cutlets?
That's what the underwire is for.
Anyway.
Oh no, honey.
Anyway,
I teach you.
Oh lord.
are you guys good to take like a quick 5-6 minute break?
Yeah, we
I'm
can take
gonna-
a quick
Yeah.
break.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
We will be right back.
Back.
Now, are you gonna
He's gotta
There we
go
go.
live again.
I'm live again. Woo!
Ah, we're back.
We're
Yay.
alive for now.
I have cookies.
Meow.
What? And you're not
vegetables.
sharing?
No.
What's she gonna do? Mail them to us?
I've got 2 extra pizzas in there if you guys want any.
Tastes like air.
Nom nom
Pumpkin
nom.
snickerdoodle.
Ooh, that sounds
Right?
awesome.
Oh,
Time
it
to break
is.
quarantine.
Uh-uh.
You're like a mile away from me.
No.
Just leave the cookies on the front door. Nobody gets coughed on.
Oh my god.
Wow. Okay.
With that being said,
All right. So, you guys eat, rest up, and sure enough, first thing in the morning before the sun is even up, you guys are all there are knocks at all of your different doors in the inn, waking you up to get dressed and come downstairs.
okay.
Yay!
Wow.
You guys get downstairs. The lady gives you a light breakfast, and the only other person in the inn is a male dark elf in full plate. But he has a few different adornments than you've seen on anybody else. He has a bunch of different markings on his that are like engraved markings on his chest plate. One looks like the sigil looks like a green dragon. The other looks like red, like 3 red teardrops. He has a white skull that is kind of engraved on one of his shoulder pauldrons, and the closest thing, the best way to describe it, it looks like a blue circle of lightning on his right shoulder pauldron. He's sitting at the far end of the inn when you guys are eating. Looks like you guys are about ready to finish. He stands up. He walks over to you. He looks you over and is like, "So, you are the new recruits. My name is Malleus. Follow me." And he
Yes,
will
sir.
lead you out. As he leads you out of the inn, he'll lead you down past where the hydras and the other animals are. He'll lead you past all the animals until you are an open field. On the open field are several sets of armor racks and weapon racks. He's like, if you wish to wear plate, go over and start putting it on. If you don't know how, I will show you. If you wish to wear leather or chain, he'll point to those armor racks. He's like, or if you just wish to wear cloth, there is an actual couple of armor racks of like what looks like really fine spun cloth.
I'm going for the plate.
Okay,
Same.
Kevin.
Yeah, I'm going for the plate.
Okay.
Well, I can't be
Yeah.
the only one in leathers.
Do it. Be the only one.
I'll go ahead and look over the leather, and then look
Okay.
over the plate, just kind of get a feel for it.
Well, the plate, like, okay, so the plate has a really initially you're putting on a shirt and pant. Well, you put on what's like the padding, which is basically kind of I guess it'd be the equivalent thickness of like jean, but it's soft. There's like a soft shirt and pants you put on, and then There's black chain, which are these really, really small, thin links, and it's lighter than it should be, than it looks. When you pick up at the chain shirt, you'd expect it to be about 40 or between like 35 and 45 pounds, but it actually weighs close to about 15 or 20. So then there's the pants, and there's a chain shirt and chain pants, and then he'll show you how to put on the different plates and whatnot.
Okay. Oh, I've got a
Okay.
17
Sweet.
physical strength. I think I could at least try that.
Okay. So what you've got a 17 physical strength, Bob. What is yours?
26.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan, what's yours?
Physical strength is 18.
Okay. And Isabel.
That's PS, right?
Yes. Yes.
And we have to roll under it.
No, I just need to know what it is.
Oh, 19.
Okay. So yeah, all of you.
Dang it, I am the weakest one here.
You are the weakest link.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
So you can all wear the plate, and he'll show you how to put it on. So you're literally going to be getting out of your clothes. I mean, other than your undergarments. You know,
Wiggle,
You're-
wiggle, wiggle, wiggle,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, basically you're going to put on the padding. I mean, the padding stuff it's tied on both. The pants are tied on the sides. The shirt is literally you just tuck the shirt in, and then you put the chain over that. And again, the chain pants tie in front, and then it'll show you how to put on the different parts of the plate mail and the boots you're going to wear. Instead of leather boots, these are these metal. They're metal, basically like sabatons. So they're leather on the inside, but they're metal on the outside.
Hmm.
He'll
Go
actually
team anger management.
but it'll show you how to put all of that on. Now you guys can all make me PP checks.
14. Oh, 13 out of 14.
Oh,
You got a 13 out of 14, Bob?
Yeah.
Okay.
11 out of 12.
3 out of 15.
Oh.
Wow.
20 out of 19.
Ouch.
Okay, so for 3/4 of you, it's not too bad. You're moving around okay. Mira, you feel like you're doing the robot.
Anybody have an oil can?
Oh, turn.
Oh, goodness.
All of you, I mean, it's gonna just take you a little bit longer to. It's odd for you, Mira. You're not used to, even though all of this is lighter than it should look. It's still you're still wearing an additional 85 pounds.
Doubling my weight almost.
Yeah. So it's a little odd. So once you've got it all on, he will put you through your paces.
I'm guessing
Um,
those aren't tiny steps.
No. I mean, he'll teach you how to bend and twist and whatnot so it starts to feel normal. And then once it feels normal, he'll start to show you how to do, basically you're doing like wind sprints, and you're basically working your ass out while you're wearing this.
Nice.
I just imagine going through all the elven armor and like they're all like normally 6 to 7 foot tall, and here I am at 5 foot even, going, how am I ever any of these gonna be my size?
Well, no, they
It's like Gimli.
they basically got stuff that is actually designed for your size. Even Bob, who's
Ah, so I got the child set.
No, it's Hobbit
Kinda.
size.
no. Remember, Bob's what? You're like 5'3".
Yeah, I'm 5'3".
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So it takes you a little while. Like I said, he starts to put you through your paces. Kevin, you still with us?
Yes.
He's envisioning the scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
He's
Isabel, we'll
imagining
start with
he's
you.
there.
What is your E?
Nin- 19.
Roll a d20, get under 19.
5.
No. You handle this very well. Bob?
Nope. Yep. I've got a 16.
Okay.
I got a 1.
You are the rock star for today. Ryan, what is your PE?
16.
Okay.
19.
Wow, you haven't had to do stuff like this since the academy. You are like,
Oh my god.
How to do
Yeah.
burpees?
yeah. And
Oh no.
And Mira, what is your PE?
I got a 14 out of 17.
Okay. So most of you are handling this okay. I mean, once you got used to wearing it. Ryan, you're struggling. You're not used to. I mean, even wearing where Kevlar isn't that heavy. This is
No.
a lot heavier and this is way different.
This is even
It's
heavier
worse.
than riot gear.
It's worse
Yeah.
than my SCA days.
Yep. But once he's put you through your paces and you're all, I mean, most of you are handling it okay. Ryan's a little exhausted, but at the point you think, okay, all right, so at least we're getting used to this. He hands you all shields.
Fuck.
Sweet.
Now, in your exhaustion, you're going to learn to try and parry while wearing armor.
Fantastic.
What the purpose of the armor was to deflect the blows?
Do you actually ask him that?
I'm not that stupid.
Had to be sure, you know.
It's like, I am covered in plates of armor. Here, take another plate of armor. What's that one for?
Okay, Ryan, we'll start with you. You're going to attempt to parry.
Shit. Okay, well, I got a +6 to parry. That's
Nice.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
So the three of you get to watch this as Malleus sits there and he starts off with Ryan, who's obviously your tallest and biggest one. So you're holding the shield. He tells you how to put your feet, and he specifically tells you, I'm going to attack you from the right. I'm going to swing around, attack you from the left, and then I'm going to come overhead. Ryan's like, got it.
Left,
Ryan-
right, over.
Ryan gets hit, and then hit again, and then hit again, and is on the ground.
Is he leaning
shit.
into the attacks?
No,
Although I do
The
love
three
the
of the-
unnecessary censorship of my drink.
the three of you notice that, just to be fair, he has kept his sword in his sheath when he's doing this.
Oh my god.
He's like, okay, next. And he goes to Isabel.
Yes.
Okay, what is your bonus to parry? Oh Lord.
3.
Okay, so roll me a d20.
16.
Okay. Well, you do better than Ryan. You deflect one shot. He hits you again. He goes, I'm going to hit you from the left, I'm going to hit you from the right, and then I'm going to hit you overhead. You deflect the first one, but you're still not used to moving around so much. You get tagged to the right and tagged to the left, but you manage to stand your ground and not, eat dirt butt first on the ground.
Thanks.
You
Wow,
rolled a
that-
1.
And you have much further to fall. That must have hurt more. Falling from 30 feet in the air again.
Okay, Bob, same with you.
I will push your tiny ass on the ground.
All right.
bitch.
So
I
my
don't have far to go.
my parry is a +3, and
Okay, so roll a d20.
I got a 19.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bob, again, taking the rock star position, parries the first one, parries the second one, and almost parries the third one.
Oh. Whew.
You get tagged on the top of the head and get your bell rung a little bit because you're wearing helms. And it's like, not bad. Bad. Now we go to Mira.
Good luck, princess.
I got a 6 cut in half is 3, so plus 3, so I got a total of 6.
Wasn't even making you cut in half. I just wanted your straight roll. Trust me, it's easier this way for right now. So you're like, all right, you got a total of whack, whack, whack. You stumble back and skid back. You basically you don't land on your butt. You land on basically take a knee. You're like, okay, that's new.
Behold the power of low center of gravity.
Yeah. He just kind of shakes his head as he looks at all of you. He's like, well, I've trained worse. Okay.
I
So,
will take that as a compliment.
Right.
They're half your guys' age, but
So you're saying there's a chance?
yeah. So,
which half our age for dark elves is really, really young.
so
Yeah.
after that, he's like, all right. So he'll pair you off into partners and he'll start teaching you how to use. One of you gets to use the shield. One of you gets to choose between a long sword, a short sword, or a great sword.
Oh shit.
Short sword.
Okay.
I apparently need more practice with a shield.
Well, no. You guys are going to switch back and forth. So
Okay.
when you're fighting, are you going to use a long sword, a short sword, or a great sword?
Great sword, duh.
Okay. Mira.
Well, any sword I pick is going to be way as long, so
That is so what she said.
I'll go and go with a long sword or a short sword for everybody else.
So you're going to take a long sword. Okay. And Isabel.
I am going to go with the short sword.
Okay. So, because he's basically going to he'll pair up Isabel and Bob and Ryan and Mira. So when one of you is on defense, the other one will be using their weapon of choice, and then when you guys switch, the other one will be taking a shield. But he needs to see how well you guys can at least try and fight amongst each other.
I just want to check for cultural reasons. How sharp are the practice blades?
Do you actually unsheath them? Because so far
No.
he hands them to you and they're still tied inside their sheaths.
Oh, they're tied inside. Okay.
Keep them there.
You can untie them and take a look.
Oh no, I'm not gonna worry about untying because if they're tied, I assume that we're meant to. I was more wondering, like, here's some practice blades. They're razor sharp. Good luck.
Well, that's why he left them in the sheaths. Dark elves really don't make dull blades. Even their children have like razor sharp blades. Because if they cut themselves, they learn not to do that again.
Yeah.
Why does your bottle keep disappearing?
I told you I like my unnecessary censorship.
Okay, so you guys will.
This is
Train-
totally my house.
You'll. Yeah, I know it's not your house. I made that joke before. So you guys will spend the next 2 hours training with just each other. Then he's like, okay. He'll give you, by the time you guys are done with that, it's lunchtime. He'll give you 30 minutes, basically. He'll have some food brought out, basically dry rations and wine. And while you guys eat, replenish your energy, he'll bring out other people to train with you.
I'm gonna die.
Shouldn't we be hydrating?
He was like, that's what the wine's for.
What wine is causes you to become dehydrated even more?
No, that's
Only if
fine.
you're weak.
Oh snap!
I'm just talking chemistry. I mean, because it draws out, it causes water, liquids to flow through you faster. But, wine in Rome.
He looks at you like literally, like you're speaking gibberish. Like,
Dude,
what?
it's
Oh,
all
did my
it's
mushroom
all
run
Greek
out?
to him.
No, no, no. Yeah, he understands you saying, but what you're saying, it's like doesn't make any sense.
Your colloquialisms.
The Romans drink a lot of wine.
No, not the colloquials, but he's to him. You remember, dark elves. It's you drink water when you absolutely have to, but they drink wine with everything.
You know, like single moms.
What? That's for you, Thomas.
What? No.
Anyway,
I'm just saying. I mean, single moms have it rough right now.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I do have a bottle of wine in my fridge, but that will not last me 30 days.
Yeah, but you can still go to the store and get more.
True.
Have you seen the shelves out here?
No,
They're empty
of wine.
of everything.
Everything.
I was surprised how long the alcohol lasted in the alcohol aisles.
Yeah, so am I. Soda pop strangely is full.
Yeah, I'm always good on soda.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, Kevin, you still with us?
Yeah.
Do you need to pass out, man?
I'm up.
Okay. All right. So after you eat and whatnot, he'll bring out other people to train with you. Now, since you want those of you that are going to stay in plate, this is where you get into what type of fighting you want to do. So, Bob, you want to learn how to fight dual weapon.
Yes.
So, do you want to do short sword and dagger, dagger and long sword, short sword and great sword? What do you want to do?
Short sword dagger.
Okay.
Oh, come on. You mean you're not going to use 2 serrated great swords?
No. Taller than me.
That was my last character.
What about you, Ryan? What are you going to do? Sword and board? How do you want to fight?
Well, I mean,
It literally depends. This is what will factor in who's going to train with you.
because, I mean, fighting wise, I just want to learn how to use my Wolfen sword or my anti Dragon Wolf sword,
Yeah,
whatever kind of style that one is.
Short sword.
yeah, that was a yeah, I think that was a short sword you had. But
Okay.
you can use, I mean, if you want to use short sword and a shield or a short sword and a long sword, if you want to do dual wielding like Bob is doing, or if you just want to do sword and board.
Probably just sword and board would be easier, because I mean, I actually wanted to try to cultivate my psionics a bit too.
Well, right. This is day one.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna stick with basic sword and board for this one.
Okay, so short sword, and shield. Mira?
I'm gonna be sticking with the sword and shield. I already know how to knife fight and parry and whatnot with that, but that's probably gonna be more towards the line of whenever you're not in plate mail. So I
Okay.
wanna get used to that.
So short sword, long sword, great sword.
It was a long sword.
Okay. And
How long is the long sword?
3 feet. The blade is 3 feet. With the handle, it's another 8 to 10 inches.
Okay, even for a 5 foot tall girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
That still works indoors, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Technically.
Technically.
I mean, I can go grab one of my sabers if you like. It's a short sword is about the length of one of my sabers.
Yeah, what I'm worried about is like going through the
She's
halls and
got
whatnot.
a long sword. A long sword is going to be on your hip. It'll be in a sheath on your hip.
Nah, I should probably switch that over to short sword as well.
Okay. So you want to switch to short sword. Okay.
Yep.
And Isabel, are you going to do sword and shield as well, or are you gonna do?
Yes.
Okay.
Sword and shield.
Shield and shield.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, do they have serrated shields?
Yes.
Ooh, dual wield those. That's fun.
That what you want to do?
Do it. Do it.
I should not. I'm
my
still planning
God.
on using my gun as my primary weapon.
Come on, Captain America.
How light are the shields? How heavy are they?
The shields are about 7 pounds.
Okay, okay. I mean, they're not quite as light as Captain America's, but
Well, technically, Captain America's shield, since it's a round shield, not a serrated shield.
Well, we're
his shield
talking.
was- his shield was about 4 pounds. It looks really light because the guy was super strong and threw it like a discus.
Frisbee.
well, that is vibranium, which is apparently is really, really super light, even though it's supposed to be super dense. When
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was still about 4 pounds.
yeah. Nah, I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and stick with the shield short sword.
Okay. So, since that's what you guys are going to stick with, after you guys are done eating, there'll be 2 men and 2 women. Really can't tell. I mean, you can tell sort of by their form and whatnot, but they're obviously knights. All of them only have one sigil, and it's on their left pauldron. It looks like a broken rose that's laying down.
Hmm.
That's
I'm in
sad.
danger.
Huh?
I'm
What'd
in
you say?
danger.
I
Do you-
said, haha, I'm in danger.
No, that's what Thomas said.
Oh no, I said that's sad. I'm gonna make the rose is broken and on its side.
No. Okay. So these are the ones that are actually going to start training you on how to actually fight. So I need start with Isabel. What is your IQ?
18.
Okay, roll me a d20. Get under an 18.
8.
Okay. Now what's your ME?
17.
Roll d20. Get under 17.
Five.
Nicely done. What's your PS?
19.
Okay, roll a d20. Get under that.
2.
Been hanging around Bob. Nice.
Right?
No kidding.
And what is your PE?
19.
Roll d20. Get under that.
14.
Okay. The knight puts you through your paces. After 3 hours, which is about the point you cannot lift your arms, all right, you do very well. You manage to take direction well. You work on your footing. You work on actually holding onto the arm or be able to wear the armor. I mean, he literally keeps you until you cannot pick up a sword or a shield to parry because you are just too exhausted. Bob,
Oh boy, here we go.
okay, what's your IQ?
IQ is
See how the
17.
All-Star goes.
It's 17.
Hey, D20 under 17.
All right. 6.
Okay, really good. ME.
E is 11,
Uh-oh.
and I got a 19.
Okay.
Woo.
Not a superstar
What is your
today.
PS?
26.
26?
Yes.
2 20s under 26.
Oh boy. Okay. I got it. Oh god. 33.
33. Okay, and your PE.
16.
We'll do 20 under 16.
I got a 4.
Okay. We'll get to Bob in a second.
Oh boy.
Ryan, Same with you. What's your
Yes.
IQ?
What is my IQ? 13. I'm a potato.
No, you are not that spudly.
2.
Nice. All right, ME.
15. I got a 10.
Nice.
I'm the only idiot.
PS.
PS is 18. I got a 10.
Nice. And PE.
PE is 16. I got a 15.
Barely, but nice. All right. Much like Isabel, you handle it pretty well. Your footing's good. Due to the fact that you're almost the same size as this knight, she literally doesn't take it as easy on you
Okay.
on day one, but to the point, like I said, you cannot lift your arms by the time you're done. But she does tell you do very well.
Get the.
Yeah. Mira, your turn. IQ.
I have IQ of 11.
D20 under.
3.
Nice.
Damn.
ME. ME.
ME is 19. I got an 8.
Okay. PS.
17. I got a 16.
Barely, but still passable. And PE.
17, and I've got a 20.
Okie dokie. All right.
Oh, the ground, my old friend.
All right. So, Mira, during the practice, towards the end, you just could not. You're so fatigued. You actually took a really nasty shot.
That's what
Even
armor's
though-
for, right?
Yes, but this is a little different because even though you're wearing armor, hold on, I've got a roll on the table.
Oh, crap.
All
There's a
right.
table now.
There's always a table. Okay, and where's my body die? Okay. All right. You basically sprain your you basically pull a hammy.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically your left ass cheek, your whole left leg is just you pulled it and
You got a Charlie horse.
no.
Well, not
no,
Charlie
no.
horse.
Way worse than a Charlie horse. You just literally
Ooh.
just you pulled the muscle and you're gonna have to be helped off until you can go see a healer because you're in a lot of pain.
Ow.
But you're not as nearly as bad as Bob.
Shit.
They actually have to call the healer out for Bob.
Oh.
Can I get the healer since they're coming for Bob anyway?
All right, Bob, you get a concussion
Ooh.
and you fracture your left arm.
Oh, jeez.
Ouch.
Not with the
Ouch.
swords in the sheaths.
Oh.
Oh, that's a fracture now. It would have been a cut off that way.
Right?
But they bring out the healer for Bob. They will have, if you really need it, they'll have the healer take a look at you, but they bring the healer out for Bob. Marius looks at the four of you as the healers are taking a look at you. He's like, I'm not entirely displeased.
I strike a pose.
Hey, no
Take a
dabbing in
dab.
the middle of the battlefield.
I'll dab.
take you back to the inn, and you'll start your mental training.
Yes. Jedi training.
This has been
Again.
a pain in the ass.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah. So afterwards, and he'll march you back to the inn. He'll have you pick up your clothes, but he'll march you back in the armor you're wearing because that's what
Alright.
you're going to be training in. So he marches you back. But like I said, when you're marched back after the healers get done with you, takes about another hour. But you guys feel like your arm is mended. You no longer have a concussion, and even though they fixed your butt and your leg, it still kind of throbs a little bit. If you've ever pulled your hamstring, even after it's healed, it still throbs a little bit.
I can only imagine. I've never actually done that.
Yeah, it's not fun. But he'll eventually have you walked all the way back to your inn. Once you're there, tells you you can take the armor upstairs to your rooms, change, meet your mental trainers down here in about 20 minutes. It's
Cool.
Does
But-
anybody know how to, as we're going back, I'm like, does anybody know how to clean these things?
Where's your gloves?
Oh, well, I meant for you guys. I mean, I'm still gonna have to smell you guys.
We'll clean all of us.
I
You could
can't
let-
hold hands and add that my hands.
No, but you could give them you could let them borrow your gloves.
That's preposterous. I need that.
Yeah, so you guys
Go change.
Yep.
go change. It takes you a while to get out of all of this, put on your like literally once the armor's off, it's like holy crap, you just lost a whole person.
Yes, I remember those
Especially
days.
for us shorties.
I remember those days real well.
You
Yeah.
probably fall over completely, Mira, because you can't walk. You're so
Oh, yeah,
used
much
to the
lighter.
armor.
Sense
My
of
hand
balance.
hasn't been this sore since college.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Damn ASU girls.
So once you guys come downstairs, sit down at a table, a woman will bring you some food, and
Damn it.
Something wrong?
hold on,
Uh-oh.
give me just a second.
Meow.
Meow.
Ah!
Right, meow?
Focus.
I like how Google actually has a dice roller.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just literally on the homepage, I just did dice roller, and it has a big dice roller thing on it.
You should see if you can put it in the corner of your picture box there, so we can all have our dice rolls there.
Oh, that would be cool.
That'd be
Have, like, a
freaking
little-
awesome. Yeah.
Anyway, the woman comes and sits down, and she puts a glass in front of each of you, and pours each of you a glass of water.
Wait, we're getting water?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I thought dark elves didn't drink water.
She's
Unless
like,
they really need it.
she's like, we drink water and for specific reasons. We don't drink
Huh.
it just passively. This,
Oh.
since I'm helping you with your mental acuity, requires you to have water.
Okay.
Fair.
Okay. She sits down. She sits across the table from all of you. She's like, I need to test and see how receptive all of you are. So
Okay.
I will save introductions for later.
Baby shark.
Make a save versus psionics, smartass.
Wait, where's Kevin? Kevin.
Yep.
I'm like gonna pick your nose.
And where's that nat 20 I needed?
Me.
What'd you get,
I
Thomas?
got 12 plus 2, so 14.
So you're sitting there and you start to do your baby, and all you hear is silence. Say nothing. You will think nothing. You're like, holy
Can't even
crap.
think nothing.
You literally feel nothing but fear, and you go mute.
You can't mute my internal monologue.
Actually, she can.
And she did.
As at this all happens at the same time. So Isabel, I need a save versus psionics from you.
I already wasn't thinking anything, but let's see. I rolled a 12. I've got a +1, so it's 13.
Okay. Okay. Bob.
All right, I'm rolling. 5.
Okay. And Ryan.
I got you, boo. I got you. Total of 20.
Nice.
Natural roll was a 19.
Nice. So, for most of you, you feel this presence and almost fear. But when she, at the same time, when she pushes into your mind, it actually feels familiar. It's actually, it's almost comforting to you, Ryan.
Okay.
Once the fear subsides from the other three of you, you'll hear her. She tells you, "My name is Trelithia. I'm here to see how well and how much training in mental acuity, mental strength, and psionics you need."
Okay.
At that point, she will reduce the fear so you no longer feel afraid.
Lucky Pucky. Come on.
Your dog or your cat?
That would be a dog.
Come here. Come here.
The other
Hi.
dog.
Say hi.
Oh, that one, yes.
Hi, Roki.
Anyway. And she will sit there and she will
Hi,
start
Bubby.
to push your mental boundaries. But she's going to tell you this ahead of time. She's like,
Wow.
Hi.
what the?
I have
Oops.
no idea. Hold on.
That's not my screen.
Oh, that's me. I'm sorry.
Wait, why
I-
did that come on? And
I don't
Wait,
know.
what do you guys see?
We see your screen.
You're sharing
viewing
your
blind-
screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
oops.
this is what happened. You have all those
There we
stupid
go.
things on.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't have nothing on my screen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I was trying to show the dice roller thing that
Uh-huh.
she was talking about.
all right. She's like, I need to see how well developed some of you are, if at all, and if you can handle having psionics.
Okay.
All right.
I made a
Okey-doke.
sword once.
I'm a Jedi.
Yeah, this is all she's not actually, this is all being said in your head.
Oh, I don't hear shit then.
I tried to say I made a sword once, but my monologue's broken.
Well, like I said, with you, Ryan, you actually do hear her because it feels safe to you.
Okay.
It feels familiar.
Okay.
You made your save, so you weren't cowering in fear. You weren't. That's why I said it felt familiar and it
Okay.
felt safe. Okie doke. So
You know, this means that next time you meet mate wizard killer, you're gonna she's gonna have to fight you, right? That lady that was training you in the kingdom,
Yeah.
like, oh, she's the enemy.
Oh shit.
Oh, no.
You're going full Anakin.
What?
You never go full Anakin.
I need everybody. Okay, we'll start with Isabel, who almost passed out. What is your ME?
We got like 20 minutes, Kevin. That's it.
You can do it.
You can
ME
do
is
it.
17.
Okay, roll me a d20 under 17.
4.
Nicely done. Bob.
All right, mine's 11, and I got a 15. And today's not my day.
Ryan,
Yes.
what is yours?
ME.
Yes.
15.
Okay.
11.
Nice.
I needed that. I'd trade you.
And Mira.
I've got a 19 and I got a 14.
Okay. So, three of you will actually feel your minds almost expanding. I don't mean physically getting bigger, but I mean you can, you know what I mean. Like you feel like there's a part of your own head that part of your own mind you're starting to understand and tap into.
Yes.
And
Okay.
Bob's already had his brain expanded a few too many times with herbal substances and Crom.
One too many hits with a snake.
Karm.
Yeah, it's Karm.
Crom.
No, Krom's a totally different god.
Do you need the book?
Ayo.
I think I still have a book of gods.
Anyway.
Oh
So-
yeah, because there's a bunch of them now.
So-
Yeah.
Isabella, Ryan, and Mira. On your character sheets, you can, under special natural abilities, you guys will have bioregen.
Yes.
Nice.
Bob,
Okay.
you're going to roll percentile dice.
Oh shit.
Bioregen costs you 5 ISP.
I got a 32.
32. Okay, hold on here.
Oh shit.
I love my charts. They're so much fun.
Let me know. The sad part is I can't tell which chart he's on.
I know.
Half the fun is seeing how many books he goes through to get to the final book. He's like, he's 3 books deep, man. It's getting real serious now.
Okay.
Now we just know it's serious when he leaves to go upstairs to grab the Dragons and Gods book.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh wait, no, he's got that right here. No.
I can't do. Bob, I need you to roll me the percentile dice.
All right. I got 4.
Okay. Okay. And roll again.
Oh god. 43.
Okay.
Ah shit.
This is going to be funny. All right. Now I need to roll percentile dice again.
63.
Okay.
Oh, I sleep in a drawer.
He says black dancing makes my feet sad.
Oh. Right?
Bob, I need you to roll me a d4.
Oh boy. Okay. There we go.
Oh shit.
I got a 1.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, roll me a d20.
Oh crap. That's a lot of rolls. I got a 3.
Okay. So, Bob, you're so when she's trying to work with you, because she's doing all of this to you guys at the same time, something off happens with you. Instead of activating your ability to heal yourself and become and activate your bioregen, 2 things happen. One, a different part of your brain activates,
Oh,
and
shit.
now you under where it says special natural abilities, you have detect psionics.
Ooh.
Oh.
It costs you 2 ISP.
Oh, what's the cost on bioregion?
SP.
5.
5.
Thank you.
However, Bob, this one came with a slight caveat.
Spiciness.
Oh, yes. It's a spicy spell.
Psionic.
Yeah, whatever.
Kevin's literally falling out of the picture.
Mira, evens or odds?
Let's go. Let's always get even.
Okay. Okay. The caveat you have there, Bob, is
Mhm.
you have, and you don't know this, you don't know it's an obsession, but you have a new obsession. And you don't know when it happened, but you think maybe that's what happened when your brain expanded. This basically the way you're dealing with it is you've accepted a new reality. You are madly, deeply, and just completely in love with Mira.
Oh,
Damn it!
What about Sharon?
yeah. Oh.
Okay, here's the thing. It doesn't say that you can't love another person. It's just that along with Sharon, you are also obsessed and in love with Mira.
Okay.
So like your ultimate thing is Sharon and Mira in a 3-way. If you had to choose, Mira would be your wife and Sharon would be your side piece.
You can have 2 wives here.
Yeah,
I might be
right.
Yeah, I may be small, but I'm no appetizer.
How you doing?
Oh, I like that.
Anyway,
Oh shit.
Well, if it was odds, was he gonna hate me?
no. If it had
Oh,
been
okay.
odds, he would have been obsessed. He would have been absolutely obsessed and in love with Isabel.
Oh,
Always the quiet ones.
No, right?
So once she expands your mind, she'll realize something off has happened with you, Bob. Chalithia is like, you and I need to talk a little bit later.
Oh, okay.
So she tells you to continue drinking your water, and all of you to continue drinking your water, and she'll hand you all. They're about the size of those like small like little Gideon Bibles, essentially. They're travel books essentially.
Okay.
These are meditations and practices to keep your minds open so that you can progress naturally.
Cool.
Fair enough.
no problem.
All right. This right now is a good place for us to stop.
Sure.
Okay. Let me know when we're like no longer streaming, so then I've got stuff to tell you guys that we don't need to stream about.
Okay.
All right. Night, guys.
Night, everybody.
Alright.